You know, when you're in totally new territory like this COVID-19 thing, you're figuring it out and trying to figure it out and reanalyzing and finding you went wrong here. And then, then it actually goes this way because it's all new. No one's been here on this before. And no one has planned for an idea for a global situation very well, as you can see, in all sorts of ways, not just medical care, but also what do you do about your structure of your society that has to be suspended. As of now, when you got something that's totally new, the only treatment, the only remedy is to stay away from each other. Now that's pretty desperate. You gotta get a view here. And when you gotta suspend every economic activity because you gotta stay away from each other, that's most of the country, of your population. And then you gotta have systems of suspending all sorts of cost. You gotta suspend labor, suspend rent. If you're a landlord, you suspend your payments and debts as well. You suspend credit card debt. You suspend anything to do with the criminal student loan payments. Those are suspended, and as it justifiably should be ended. Everything gets shut down. If you're a small business owner, it's not like, you got to still keep paying bills. You've been forced to shut down. So, suspension. Suspend everything of your costs. Everything about it should be about you. You. Learn from the Republican disaster of 2008. You don't need to give any money to corporation. You need to give money to small business and people, all of us. Then you got to recognize already recognize what's the most important. Your food supply, your water supply, your electricity supply. These got to keep going. All right? All those structural things in play. What do you do when a COVID-19 hits and you're finding out not very well prepared? Obama tried to get it, and Trump closed the office of the pandemic investigation preparedness kind of thing, Trump closed it. Yeah, Trump said, it's a hoax. Trump is just the biggest continual liar. And it's amazing. You're telling things from the pulpit of the President of the United States. And you got people who are so ignorantly buying into all his fraud, corruption, criminality, destruction of your rights, destruction of your clean air and clean water, destruction of your food supply. Come on. This was before COVID-19, This is the activity of all Republicans. And here we are. In the biggest event in human history. Totally global. An interaction where for once all countries have to acknowledge and should be sharing information, working together, cooperating instead of competing. And in that experience, you're seeing the correct direction of economics. You leave behind all the competition, the profit at any price, poison, pollution, economics. That was the disaster, you could say, beginning really with the Industrial Revolution in the 1800s. But actually, it's been going on forever. Humans, the mass majority of you, are getting ripped off, screwed over, forced to go out and die for a small little group of rich. And they control. And they control down through history. And right now they control even into the information you're getting. And also, of course, they're at Fox News, right-wing talk radio, the Limbaugh criminals, all those right-wing nuts. Those big liar machine. That was intentional Republican creation. It never was meant to be news. It's completely to defend the rich, the corporate poison and pollution, the racism, and as we're seeing, this religious fascism of Christianity. Right-wing nut Christianity as well. And all those gross kind of ignorances have been stirred up intentionally by Fox News, right-wing talk radio, right? So that they blindly just stick to their little agenda. Their hatred, their fear, their ignorance. And fine, they'll vote for the corporate criminals like Trump. Like all Republican Party. Like the whole Republican Party. Ripping you off. Destroying your clean air, clean your water. All sorts of crap. Reaping what you sow. So COVID-19, folks, this is brand new territory. You're seeing that necessity, the machinery of how you get something like this, or how do you deal with it? And you're finding, well, you weren't very prepared. You're seeing it on such a global scale as never before. And out of it has become the issue of cooperation, mutual benefit, that you're experiencing country to country to try and deal with this COVID disaster. And then you just extend that afterwards, because that'll make a nice transition of how you kind of all get back going. You transition to a continuation of economic cooperation, mutual benefit. And there you go. It's beneficial for you. That's the key, though, right? Not there's the rich. Not the rich. Your attitude now is to spread this whole thing out, as it always should have been, about you. You're first. It's your clean air and water first. Not businesses. Not corporations. Oh no, not those guys. You've seen what they do to you. Not the racists, because all those divisions are just, look at the disaster that is. When you intentionally have these hatreds of segregation in place. That'd be lunatic. It's lunatic in the 21st century. Completely invalid. To intelligent people. There's the caveat. So everything you're seeing is this clinging to this dark age stuff. Repression, abuse, poison and pollution, racism, repression of women, repression of gays. Everything about it. That's the Republican Party, and that's the attitude of it. And it's incredible. And it's COVID-19 that is the opportunity to make sure you understand the roots, how you got here, and now what you got to do. And of course, here in America, that means vote out every single Republican. All the way through. From the federal level down into the states and the state governors, state legislators. Because all Republicans have that same agenda. Abuse of you. And that's what you got to change so that you finally really are and can say, we the people. Not we the corporations. Not we the banks. Not we the white people. Not we the Christians. No, no, no. It correctly says, we the people. Equal rights. You're first.